Hey everybody, so we are running GR86 at Portimão this week, and we are going to have heavy rain in qualifying and the heat race, and hopefully at the start of the feature race. So I just wanted to record this video, kind of show you guys what lines I'm taking in the heavy rain, so hopefully that way qualifying and the heat race go just a little bit smoother than maybe they would. So as you can see, track is extremely wet. There's been heavy rain for all the time leading up to this lap. And with that, I'm going to start in the last corner, set up the lap. So this last corner, you can see here, we kind of have this wet line off over here. And you see it's a bit drier, maybe not as smooth over here, since most people in the dry will take this line, so it's not as polished over here. You want to, at the very least, turn in on this part that looks drier, and kind of hold that line. You can get a little bit into wet as I do here, but you still have your left tires kind of riding that line between the smooth and the so that'll help you get a good run on the finish line. And also, I want to mention, if you actually run off too far here, I haven't seen mention of it, but if you run off too far here and then rejoin before the finish line, it'll invalidate your next sector, which of course invalidates your entire lap. Like I said, I don't see that mentioned, and I've never seen that in any other track in iRacing, but just keep that in mind. So here, nice long run. A lot of my brake markers are similar, stacked up in the so now here I'm passing the 100 with my A pillar, so really about the 120 in the wet. And here you can get onto this curb on the right side, not the sausage curb. You can get onto the rumble curb, or just stay off it as I do here. Make sure to get the car slowed down all the way, but pretty much almost the same as the dry line, really. You have two options here. You can kind of run around this kind of puddle slick part. It's longer, or you can drive straight through it like you would in the dry. You're going to lose a bit of grip and be sliding, and have to slow up a bit, but you have to slow up a bit up there. Three. Brake right before this white line, white line perpendicular to the track here to the left. And once again, you really want to brake first, then get turning. So this is the first one where we're really taking the wet line. If we go to chase, you see I'm not on the curb here. It's really slick through here. So you want to, again, kind of ride that line between the slick and the less slick. Through here, get all the way to the right, stay on the track, and then honestly the wet, you can get all the way over here. It's awkward trying to stay out here. Particularly, you don't want to slide off here. If you slide off here, you're going to lose speed all the way down the straight, because this paint is slick. You're going to barely be able to keep it straight. You're barely going to even be able to get on the power, and especially during the heat race, that could be catastrophic, and you're going to wreck about 20 cars if you spin back onto the track right here. Now this next turn, you really want to take wide and wet line. Again, I brake just a bit further. I brake about when I see this second to last cone hit my A pillar. I roll onto the brake light and heavy 100% brake, and then roll off. And so this lap, I'm actually a bit closer to the apex than other laps, but you can see I'm riding that line between the slick and the grip. You hold that, and down here, what I mentioned about the paint and the curbs, anytime you're accelerating, braking, or anything on anything painted, you're going to lose time. So you can see here, I get on it, wiggle, you can't get off it, you can't get the power down as much as I like. Even though I'm full throttle, really cool. But go through here. Let's go back to cockpit. I brake kind of about the 70, I would say, in the wet here. You could also use kind of where this curb starts to widen out. This point, it right up against the rumble side. Now, very important, stay off this. It's so easy just to run wide a little bit here. Even as the track's drying, it stays wet right here, and if you brake on this line or on a slick spot, you're gonna either slide or just spin. Take the wet line, you turn in, ride this line, at least get your left side tires here where there's more grip. Avoid this really slick part. You can see how much water is pulled up here and just how polished the track is. We'll go back in the cockpit. Now this next turn is probably the trickiest on the track to get right. From here, there's a couple rivers going across. I start to turn in just past this river that's going across the track. And point it. Get on the brakes slightly. Actually, sorry, through here. I'm just lifting into the brake. I shoot for this curb. This curb will actually help rotate you. It can over-rotate you, and it can spin you if you take it too hard. But the alternative is if you... Let's see. If you go over here, and it looks like there's more grip here, and usually there is, but there's not enough. You're just going to go off straight here. Once again, you're in the paint. You're going to go off further over here. That's slow down. Then you're going to rejoin or spin and wreck another 20 cars. So that's not what we want. Right, cockpit. So hold it down. Just easy. Try not to slide off to the right here. Same thing, avoid that paint. It's okay to take a little bit of curb. It's not going to kill you immediately, but the paint will. And then here, kind of get over the crest, you can start letting off, get on the brake gently. Downshift down first. Here, you can touch that curb, stay a bit off it, and roll it out. Avoid this paint over here for the same reason. This turn, once again, you can see it's slick on the normal racing line, a bit more grip on the outside. You can take it, light lift in the corner, straddle that grip line, and then flat. Up into this next corner, just like in the dry, I use this white line off to the right as my brake marker. Come in and really want to take in a wet line. Like pretty much every corner, I'm straddling this line. You can see it right here between the slick and the grip. Straddle that. Stay off the curve here. Good to go. This turn, brake a little before the grass is ending, or right. Let's see. Yeah, I brake right as the grass is ending. And we have this huge slick patch. If you look here, I go around that. Out here where there's more grip. And you really want to stay off this paint. It's just going to kill your run. This is a nearly flat corner. And we're back here where we started the video. Go back in here. And you can see I stay off here where the grip is. Turn it a little bit. Get the right way. Get the bottom small. Not out line. I just did heavy rain, hot temperature, and moderate wind, so which should be the same as how the session's set up. Let's go back and I'll show the lap twice, once without narration from the cockpit and once in chase mode. I should also note for ABS and TC, I was using ABS setting of 3 and TC setting of 2 for this lap. Let's go to chase. I think we can do. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully this helps some of you out tomorrow.